Right, we're now going to show some of the cross capability with your native CATIA client in this case. So we're going to show this specifically with V5. And in order to do that, you can either open up V5 and open up parts from there, or you can, from this product explorer, go here, open V5. You can also access V5 from here under my, in this case, it's under my favorite apps. I just click that and it'll launch it. Otherwise, you're also able to select only specific components. And from here, we can also open from V5. Whilst that's happening, it will now launch the connector to open those components in V5. And essentially what comes with this capability is full sort of PLM controls, but within the V5 environment. So for those of you who've used V5, you'll recognize that this is a new menu over here, 3D Experience, and you'll see various PLM controls here, which were previously not available when you're using a file-based PDM system. So those tools are also available as icons at the bottom right, and these can obviously be placed wherever you like around the screen. Big ones here. So this is now pushing all this data back to the platform where it's viewable in that structure viewer. So save with options picks up any modifications that you've made in your tree whilst you are doing your CAD. And from here, there's a whole lot more capability in terms of creating duplications, saving as new, changing the maturity if you're wanting to release or freeze a component. I can exclude things from the save scope. So there really is a lot that you can get to grips with from the save with options. And like I said, you can also open. So in this case, you can see it's only opened the components that I selected, and the other components are still here listed in the tree, but they're grayed out. So if I want to open the rest of this assembly, you can show you that it opens up an additional window, which is essentially the normal search tool from the cloud service. So from here, I'll search for Office, and I'm essentially looking for that part number. Again, you've got the 6W tags, which are all available here within this window as well. And I'm just going to go ahead and open the full assembly. And there we go. Now this data was from a step file initially, so it's just a dump solid at the moment. And important capability that comes with the PLM software is the ability to reserve items. And this is especially useful when people or various people are working on the same project or working on the same assembly and perhaps might be working on the same component, and they want to make sure that the modifications that they make basically remain there and don't interfere with somebody else working on it. So from here, I can go and reserve an item, and you'll see it gets that little green key on there, and anybody else that has this assembly open will be notified with a little red lock that that item is reserved by somebody else, which means they wouldn't be able to save it. And you can also set things up here so that when you go to save with options and you try and modify something or try save something that isn't reserved, it'll give you a warning so that you don't end up making modifications to something that you can't save.